Muslim world, people are currently enjoying the month of fasting called Ramadan, but the celebration of the holy month is not allowed everywhere. In the occupied East Turkestan, fasting for devout Muslims is strictly prohibited. This is especially clear in the Chinese government's detention centers. If a believer refuses to eat, he is forcibly given pork and alcohol, which is a grave sin under Islamic law. In the trade dispute with China, US President Donald Trump intends to increase special import tariffs from 10 to 25% starting this Friday. According to the US president, over the past 10 months, the Chinese government has been paying 10% import duties on $200 billion goods. However, goods worth $325 billion were untaxed. This should change in the near future, Trump tweeted, because imports of this value would then demand 25%. On board the airline Aeroflot, a passenger discovered a fire shortly after takeoff, which forced the aircraft to land in Moscow. Nevertheless, the death of 41 people could not be prevented. Other people were injured. Overall, more than 70 guests were on board. Benjamin Netanyahu speaks at the beginning of an emergency meeting of his cabinet in Jerusalem on the rekindled conflicts in the Gaza Strip. The president had instructed the army in the morning to continue the attacks on terrorist targets in the crisis region and to increase the armed forces on the outskirts of the Gaza Strip. According to the Israeli Ministry of Health, 11 Palestinians were killed and 105 others injured in the army's retaliatory attacks in Gaza. Venezuela's interim president Juan Guaido tried to topple the current government with a call for mass protests. Guaido's protest call was hardly followed by Venezuelans. Not even Guaido himself or other parliamentarians showed up at the demonstrations.